Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today I have a PayPal donation request for Uwe. Uwe, of course, is one of my patrons as well, but he wanted to listen to a little bit extra this month, so he did a donation. And he wanted me to watch the new documentary slash performance video or live version of from Neyla of it's called "It's Over and Long Gone." The song "Long Gone" is going to be the live version of it, and the documentary, I guess, part of it is going to be the "It's Over." I hope it's not over. These girls are amazing. They're super young, and I don't want it to be over for decades in the future. So let's go in to this with the "It's Over" tagline is it's not over. And then I'm excited to see a live version of Long Gone. I did watch the video for Long Gone. So good. So Uwe, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Thank you for getting me to watch some more Neyla stuff, because these girls are fantastic. Plus their dad's in this, Victor, on guitar. But this is going to be great. I'm really excited for this. So let me switch on over. And here we go with PayPal donation request for Uwe of Neyla. It's Over plus Long Gone. Neyla live.
Hello everybody! This was going to be a very simple and direct video. As you know, we have released our single Long Gone a short time ago, and once the hurricane of the warning was over in Madrid, we suppose you have already seen our blog about it, we thought it was a good idea to perform the song live. Well, one decided our father showed up one Monday afternoon in our rehearsal room, the one we have been presenting you in recent months. The intention was to make some technical preparations for recording, when suddenly we found that our key would not open the door.
Uh-oh.
Those of you who have followed us since practically our origins know that having a place to rehearse has always been a priority, and that bad luck has always been there to prevent us from keeping it. In our first videos, we rehearsed in a place lent by some friends. That stage saw our first covers and recordings. It was a time when we had almost no instruments of our own, and any help was very welcome. We remember that stage with great affection, and we are very grateful for having been able to use that rehearsal place. But little by little, it was time to have our own place. So we got what we erroneously baptized as the Chicken Center. The Chicken Center was a kind of small hut in the middle of nowhere, where we could make sure that we could make all the noise we needed without disturbing anyone. We had to share the place with the owner, but it felt like having a palace to us. This also helped us to buy our own equipment, such as drums, mixer, microphones, etc. However, something wasn't right, and we were quickly going to find out what it was. We had named the place Chicken Center because from there we could hear the farm animals around us. However, we didn't count on those not being our only neighbors, or worse, tenants. Suddenly, in one of the most surreal moments in Neyla's career, which we recounted in detail on our Patreon, we discovered that the place was absolutely infested with spiders.
Ooh.
But when we say spiders, we mean spiders. The following images you're about to see are not appropriate if you suffer from arachnophobia. If so, fast forward the video 10 seconds. We will simply tell you that Ainar's bass amp would be about 40 centimeters wide. Now watch this.
Sorry, there was an ad there real quick. Longer videos, I'm going to end up with ads. I apologize. But it cut off right as they were about to show the spider. So here we go.
Centimeters wide. Now watch this.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
That's a big chunk.
Spider-Man. Media mano es eso. Madre de Dios bendito.
We weren't exaggerating, were we? Spiders as big as our hand, and not just one, not just two. Evidently, we had only two possibilities: run at maximum capacity or steal a car to go faster. We practically did both, and we left the premises the next day. That led us to a very bad moment. We were practically programming what was going to be our first EP, Endless Fall, and suddenly we found ourselves with no place to rehearse, practice, or make progress on new songs. After all that was involved in presenting our new EP, our new space, promoting it, launching our merchandising store, then the possibility of buying the physical CD. By the way, all that deserves a like and a subscription, right? Well, it's a good time. After doing all that, and we don't even know how, around December 2024, a new rehearsal space finally appeared. The place seemed perfect, located inside an industrial building that was not used for anything. They rented us a more than perfect room for our equipment, giving us all the space to place our chroma screen, a television where we could make reactions, and a series of space comforts that were something that we could hardly dream of. And so we arrived at this moment after 3.5 months of taking advantage of our new premises, conditioning it, improving it. Even on April 1st of this year, we wallpapered it to give it the final touch of decoration, to which we were going to add two more elements that could not be. Well, after all this time, we have reached the moment when the key of the industrial building does not turn. And what had happened? That in the most surrealistic way possible, the owner of the whole ship had sold it, without telling us. Imagine our face for a moment. We couldn't even go in to see if our equipment was still there. After a few initial moments of panic, we managed to contact the new owner, who, it must be said, behaved phenomenally with us. He allowed us to come in, see that everything was still in order, and gave us enough time to remove everything.
Oh,
Because,
that's
yes,
terrible.
he needed the whole ship and could not have us there rented. So, dear friends, where we were
That's
making the
terrible.
trip of a lifetime to see the warning in Madrid, we were losing our rehearsal space, which we worked so hard to maintain. Therefore, these last weeks have been a real and frantic madness. Emptying our ex venue, moving the instruments back to a safe place, taking time out of nowhere to take care of our social networks, fans, etc. How little they knew about what was going on. Something incredible. And from then on, what? Well, plan A was still in place because there was no plan B. We had to record Long Gone Live, but we had nowhere to do it. So we looked for an alternative and we came up with what you are seeing right now. We will record the percussion at home. Thankfully, Raquel has an electronic drum kit in our house with which she practices, composes, and keeps up to date. It's a very good drum kit, a Yamaha DTX 500. Hello Yamaha, if you think it's a good idea to sponsor a teenage rock band, our phone's not taken. The same
Hey,
one we
do
used
it.
to record
Do
our
it.
EP and our single. In that sense, we knew that the sound was going to be right. So a few days ago, we recorded it playing Long Gone in one take, without cuts or edits, and from beginning to end, respecting the spirit of live performance that we wanted to offer. And the rest, well,
All,
fortunately, near
sorry. Always, no matter how tired or run down you are after playing, after moving around, always take care of your chords so you don't have to spend an hour the next time you need to set up unwinding all your chords. Take care of your chords. It saves so much time.
our house, there is the possibility of renting rehearsal spaces by the hour. It's not a long-term option because we depend a lot on recording for YouTube or for Instagram, and the venues are designed for rehearsal. There is no material time to set up all of our equipment and record whatever we play. Plus, they have their own drums, amps, and all of that kind of stuff. Not compatible with our recording system. And in some cases, in pretty bad shape because many hands go through them. However, there is a different option. There is the possibility of renting empty premises without instruments, just an open space with flags, and there was our opportunity. As crazy as it may sound, without having to set up a mic and a drum kit, there was a possibility of being able to bring our instruments, mixing board, recording system, etc., and be able to do a live performance on the pre-recorded drums at home. Time was going to be tight because just getting everything plugged in, making it sound, the three of us getting sound at comfortable levels, finding the best location to record the footage, tuning, seemed like an incredible time trial against the 2 hours we were entitled to on our rental. We're not lying. There was more than one moment when we thought we weren't gonna make it. Something didn't sound, someone didn't hear. However, after reaching a more or less stable point with half an hour to go there, one last challenge to record the song without any of the three of us making a single mistake, trying to avoid the remaining time. And after the two shots in which the nurse betrayed, we are going to present you what happened. And we would strongly recommend you to stay until the end of the video because the story has not ended here. In the meantime, here is the best long gun we could offer you, exclusive to a live Neyla for all of you. We hope you enjoy.
Okay, before we get into the song, that's terrible that they kept losing their spot, losing where they could be. It was never as big as they were, or as advanced as they were. But I remember when I was in high school playing, and I was in a garage band and just trying to find somewhere to practice that didn't drive everybody around us crazy. We practiced in a little bitty shed in our guitarist's backyard, but there were neighbors everywhere. It's not soundproofed or anything. We practiced in my bedroom for a little while, which drove my mom crazy. Although she did her best to work with us and let us do it once in a while. But just finding a place to practice is a big deal sometimes. But I'm glad they kind of they worked through it. The fact that their perfect place got sold out from under them without a word. Come on, if you're renting to somebody to do something, let them know that you don't obviously don't have to ask them permission, but you've got to let them know. Give them a heads up. Okay, I'm selling this place. Okay, now it's been bought. They're the new owner's gonna take possession. They don't want to rent it to y'all, so y'all need to get your stuff out so that you're not worried that, oh God, we can't get in the place. Did they sell our stuff? Did somebody come in and steal it? You can't do that. If you're renting to somebody, you've got to give them a heads up. Come on. But I'm glad they finally got around to it. I just looked up, saw Uwe's name right here. Uwe is just such a great supporter of Neyla. Very cool. Good job, Uwe. But I'm excited to hear the live version of the song, so here we go. Or the live recording of the song. I dig this song a lot. Raquel's voice is just great for it. I really enjoy her voice, and their harmonies, her and Anara's voices mesh so well together. They're twins. You'd think they would. I'm excited to see her sing one of these while drumming too. I know it's not easy. I know drumming and singing at the same time is very difficult. But I'd love to see a live version of her drumming and singing at the same time. it'd be very cool to hear. But because I know she can do it, she's talented. She's a great drummer. She's a great singer, and she idolizes one of the greatest singing drummers ever. So I know she can do it. Anara's bass line is just thick, and I love how meaty the bass line in the song is. You can just, it sticks out so much. And then Victor's, he's a great guitar player. Has he ever been in a band like back in the day? Was he, or is he just a guitar player that happened to have a set of twin daughters that were good at music? So he's like, hey, let's play together. Just curious because he's a really good guitar player. This is a great song. I really like this song. That bass is so thick.
Is the faith and hope long gone? Were they even there? But that's the knocking of the dawn. When I needed more, I lost my shadow in the sun. As I lost my way, no matter what I could have done.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Neyla is like that, and its history always has one more chapter to offer. But do you know what happens to people who fight for their dreams no matter what? Do you know what can be achieved with perseverance and without giving up, even when everything seems to be against them? Well, don't miss the next video to see how far this band can go.
Very, very cool. Okay, that was a PayPal donation request for Uwe of Neyla with their documentary It's Over plus Long Gone. These girls, they're gonna make it. They're gonna be big. They've got the talent, and you can see just and hear in their voices that they have the drive and they want it. And if you really want it and you work for it, and they're working their asses off to get it. Really, really enjoyed this. Uwe, thank you so much for your donation. Thank you for being a patron, and thank you for supporting these girls so much because they deserve it. They're really, really good. If you guys like this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.